But the interesting thing is that actually the bit that makes the decision is very influenced by the next 5 seconds. So if you have a preference, now a classical economist would say you either want the product or you don't, and the means of ordering it should be virtually irrelevant. To the lizard brain, the means of ordering it, though not very important in the next 5 years as to whether you own the product or not, he's only interested in the next 5 seconds, and if the lizard brain enjoys picking up the phone and doesn't like writing a coupon, or vice versa, that will be enough to actually kill the decision. So very, very short term, I'll show you a few more examples on the web of this. Very, very short term trivial things have an insane effect on sales. If you reduce the checkout procedure on a website from 3 pages and 3 clicks to 2, your sales go up by 50%. It's as weird as that. Okay? So the lizard brain is just, there's something about that extra page on the checkout procedure of your e-tail website which is just giving the lizard brain an extra 50% chance or 30% chance to go, ooh, I don't like this now. So utterly bizarre. But we can also, if we understand it, we can use it both for good and indeed evil if you want. One of the interesting things I've suggested is that it's very important that people complete courses of antibiotics, because otherwise resistant strains of antibiotics develop, because people quit after they're given 26 pills or 28 or whatever, and after they feel a bit better after 14, they just leave the rest on the shelf or throw them away. Very, very dangerous, because that's a way of promoting the evolution of antibiotic-resistant strains of bacteria. So I have a suggestion to a doctor on this one, knowing a bit about lizard brain stuff. Don't give people 24 white pills. Give them 18 white pills and 6 blue ones. Tell them to take all the white ones. When they finish the white ones, take the blue ones. The chance that people will complete the course is inordinately higher. It's a process called chunking. It's related, if you think about it, to the loading bars on software and things like that. That if you give people stages in any course of action that are marked stages, they're much more likely to get to the end of that course of action. Rather like when the better market research questionnaires will say, you have now completed 70% of this questionnaire. You have now completed 78%. Seeing progress or having marked stages in any course of action means you're much more likely to complete that course of action. So that's a way in which you could solve this problem using effectively behavioral economics. Another one, knowing about the lizard brain, this is something I invented with some guys at BBDO in New Zealand for Westpac Bank. It's the impulse saver. Capitalism has given the world millions and millions of ways in which you can impulse spend, but it's never thought of giving someone a way you can impulse save. Here, you know those moments, they're rare, but they do happen when you look at your bank account and go, actually, this is a bit better than I expected. Yeah. No, okay, I'm sorry. They are very, very rare. Or your credit card bill is a bit smaller than you expected. The idea is you take your iPhone out, every time you press the red button, it goes ka-ching, because that's feedback, remember? And it adds 5, 10, 15, whatever your preordained amount is, to your savings account from your checking account. So the idea is that there are loads of ways we can shop while pissed. This is a way of actually saving while pissed. And they've just introduced it in New Zealand with quite a bit of success with a bank. Because actually, if you think about it, one of the things that banks are terrible about is that any time you want to make a financial decision, because bankers are, borderline Asperger's victims, they think that form filling is reassuring. They think that paperwork is reassuring and that people enjoy it. And they also think, lawyers think that legal copy provides reassurance. All that stuff you're never going to read, that's there for your own reassurance. No, it terrifies the life out of you because you're never going to read it. Our hatred of form filling is almost impossible to exaggerate. And yet actually doing financially healthy things, like paying off your mortgage a bit early, banks make it really difficult to do. And this is a way in which making saving an impulsive act, we think is just a really, really important experiment.